Hey everyone, and welcome back to Shar's World Life Unfiltered. I'm your host, Shar, and today we're diving into one of my favourite topics, binge worthy television. So, if you're looking for the next show to get lost in, you're in the right place. We'll be exploring some intense cooking show that I came across, and I can't wait to talk about it with you. We're going to be talking about TV's wild side with the Baddies. And then we're going to end it on a sweet note with a little bit of The Great British Bake Off, which I do need to finish watching. So please, no spoilers. So let's grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive right. So if you don't follow me personally on any form of like social media or anything like that, then you won't really know this. But I've been on my cooking bag the last couple of months. And this literally all stemmed from like ordering from HelloFresh, following the instructions, and then I kind of like ventured out a little bit. And it was a skill that I've always wanted to improve. And whilst being on maternity, I've been able to do that. Um, I do watch the odd few cooking shows here and there, but it's really hard to find a really good one where you can like sit there and be like, this is good. But this cooking show, boy, it's this cooking show different. It hits differently, and it's not American or like UK. It's Korean. So not too long ago, I finished watching this. It's on Netflix, and it's called Culinary Class Wars. And if you're into your Netflix and into your Korean stuff, if you've watched Physical 100, which I did, it's basically that with MasterChef. That's the best way to describe it because this show is intense. Intense, I tell you. So, for content and for context on how the show works, basically you got 100 chefs, and they're there to compete to be the best chef in Korea. In a nutshell, that's what this show is all about. The numbers is made up of 80 black spoon chefs, so they are like the underdogs. So they haven't really built a name for themselves, like a reputation per se. And then you've got 20 elite white chefs, white spoon chefs, I should say, and they're famous within the food industry. So they've got a name. And basically, the black spoon chefs were given a nickname, and the white spoon chefs were using their real name. They go through rounds and rounds and rounds of different tasks, and then they put it down to the final two in like the very final episode, which is also intense. If you watch it, you'll see why it's intense because they can only use one ingredient, and I feel like it's a hard ingredient. I did have a few favorites, but my main favorite was, what's his name? It's Maniac, but I can't remember if there was something in front of his name. He was so good from like the first episode. I could tell that he was going to be good. Then what's the lady? Auntie, I think it's Auntie Amaseke, I think. But the people who judge these, it's like two well-known like chefs, and they one is basically judging on flavor. I can't remember how the other one judged it, but it's so good, and like it's literally like taste of food. No, and like they rate it and rank it and stuff like that. Oh my god, you literally have to watch it. Basically, it is so good. I loved watching this. I think I literally finished this series within a day or two. Like I watched it. Binge. watched it. But I really loved watching the series as it actually gave me inspiration on what to cook. And in all honesty, I never even thought about cooking like Korean inspired food, but it is something that I will attempt hopefully before I go back to work. Um, but like I said, it's very very intense. I'm just trying to remember the judges' names, and like I said, it's amazing. Okay, so apologies for the mispronunciation. So the show is actually judged by Park Park Jong Won and Chef Sung Jae. It's good, really, really, really good. The first episode is very, very intense, but I literally recommend you guys watch it. Like I feel like I have to rewatch it because it's been like a good month since I actually watched it, so it's hard for me to try and remember everything. But I don't want to give away too many spoilers. So if you enjoy cooking, if you enjoy your Korean TV shows, this is literally the one for you, without a fail. And so moving on from cooking showdowns. Okay, so we've had our fill of an intense cooking showdown. So from one showdown to another, we're going to get into something a little bit more dramatic with the baddies. So this one's for the fans of juicy reality TV with plenty of high energy drama. So Baddies is basically a reality sort of TV that airs on this network called Zeus, and it's produced with Natalie Nunn. She is the executive producer, where she just tours like the USA and further afield with a bunch of baddies. That's essentially what the show is about, and it's about getting people on, um, getting their money, getting their name out there. That's what she sort of does. However, it's never ever plain sailing. There is always a lot of drama, a lot of fighting, but it is in some form a sisterhood. I've watched Baddies from like the very beginning, and it's evolved so much. Like the current one now is Baddies Midwest. So because we're based in the UK, we don't get the next episode until Monday, which is a bit annoying because when I see all the little spoilers, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a good show. So you normally have the OGs. So in the Midwest one, you've obviously got Natalie, you've got Jayla, you've got Rowley, you've got Scotty. They are like the main OGs. I'm trying to think if I've missed anyone off the list. I don't think I have. And Biggie. And then what they do is they get try and get people from like previous seasons to come back if permitted. It's they're worthy of being put back on. But in this new season, only two from last season actually make it back. But I enjoy watching Baddies. Like I really, really do like it. It's for people who like really enjoy um the reality TV, the drama. I don't even know how to describe Baddies. Baddies is one of those shows that you actually have to watch, and it's not for everyone because most of my friends actually don't watch Baddies. So I never have anyone to really talk about the previous episode with, um, which is a bit sad and annoying because it's so good. Um, and there's actually like they are funny, like they can actually be funny as well. It's I don't know how to Like this part is all meant to be about baddies, but baddies is literally you have to watch it. Zeus is the only network that I know that you can watch, and you have to pay for Zeus, which I pay for anyway. But it is definitely worth watching. I don't want to talk too much about the new season because, like I said, we get an episode every Monday, and I don't really want to do any spoilers or anything of that sort. But if you go back and watch previous seasons, you got Baddies Caribbean, Baddies West, Baddies East, Baddies South, Baddies ATL. Um, it's all literally on there. As some like the only reason why it's hard to explain what it's all about is because it's not a continuous like season one, season two, season three. Like it's not like a thing that falls in line. It's literally different every single season, but it packs a punch. It's just I really don't know how I'm literally lost for words. Let me have 1 second. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so basically, it Baddies, like I said before, it does document interactions between young women who live together in these lovely houses from when they go to I don't know I don't know how I think it's like from state to state if it's in America or city to city. Whilst they do like a series of like promotional events, performances, that sort of thing. Some of the baddies were also from Bad Girls Club. So this is this is how I've known Natalie. Like obviously I don't know her personally, but when you watch Bad Girls Club, that may have been the starting point for her. I'm not too sure, but it's like I said, it's really really good. According to Google, you can watch Baddies on Prime, like on Amazon Prime, but I've never come across it on there to be honest. No, this is completely different. No. Sorry, guy. It's like I said, it's really good. Again, I don't want to give any spoilers, but do watch the previous episodes of Baddies to kind of get the gist and understand what it's all about because I love it. I absolutely love it. Good reality TV show. So now that we've, you know, dived in a little bit with a bit of drama, let's bring things down a little bit to a cozy vibe with the most comforting shows around. That's right, I can only be talking about the Great British Bake Off. So let's trade the drama for the dough and see what our favourite bakers are up to in the tent. Now, at the beginning, I did say that I'm not fully up to date with the Great British Bake Off, so it is going to be a very short segment on this one. The last episode I watched, I believe, was either episode 3 or 4, um, where, God, I'm not good with names, where one of the bakers left due to his age and he was kind of getting like fed up. That was the last point that I got to, um, which made me really upset because he was one of my favorites. I felt like he was like pretty good as well. I do have some other favorites, but I do need to catch up on that to see where they stand to make sure they remain my favorites. Now, I've never really watched the Great British Bake Off. I started it either last year or the year before, just watching the series on all for catching up and stuff. I don't know why I never watched it earlier, to be honest, because I absolutely adore it. I absolutely love it. And now that Alison Hammond is not hosting, now that she is also a presenter, just makes things even funnier, in my opinion, because she is class. She is hilarious. Like, I saw a clip where she was sat down and she fell, and only that can be an Alison thing. But I really really enjoy watching the Great British Bake Off. It's one of those things where if I'm not feeling too well, I don't want to watch something too heavy, and I don't want to watch something where I'll fall asleep in. I want to watch something that is just right, and that's what the Great British Bake Off does. It is just the perfect thing to be watching. So I do have a lot of episodes to catch up on. I'm hoping I haven't missed the final because I always make sure to watch the final. Um, but do comment who your favorite baker is because I want to analyze and have a look for myself. Um, like this episode may be quite short just because I don't want to give away too many spoilers, and for the pure fact that some of these things I've watched like either a month ago or last week or like a few weeks ago. Um, and I'm trying to obviously catch up. So it may be like a very short episode compared to my last one, which was quite long. But I will be doing more of this sort of like binge worthy TV sort of stuff. But what I'll have to do, I have like a memory of a fish. So what I'll have to do is literally like make notes of stuff that I've watched, what I liked about it, what I didn't like, my favorite cast members, whatever. Because if I don't write things down, I will sort of like forget. Um, the thing is, I planned this episode in advance, and I still can't remember some of the stuff. But if you have like any recommendations, maybe on Netflix, like any streaming platform, drop them in the comments because you know sharing is caring, and I wouldn't want to miss out on any sort of like good TV shows that I could potentially watch because I'm always after something new when I've rinsed out everything. Like literally rinsed out everything. So we'll call it a wrap from there. So we've basically gone from high stake cooking battles to drama queens, baddies, and we've wrapped up with some wholesome baking vibes. No matter what your mood is, there's definitely something here to add to your watch list. Add them all, guys. Add them all. I'm telling you, add them all. Like I said, please drop in the comments any of your recommendations that I could start watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on Shar's World Life Unfiltered. I hope you found your next favourite binge-worthy show, or maybe even rediscovered an old one. If you try any of these recommendations, or if you have some of your own, I would really love to hear from you. Like I said, please share, tell me. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram. It is linked in my bio so we can keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep enjoying life's little escapes, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.